So let's proceed to our today's trade. All currency pairs with the most optimal character of movement and interest on payments. I have already analyzed and picked up this selection you can see in front of with your own eyes. Let's take apart the following indicators for today. It will be Fractal and Alligator with absolutely default settings and CCI oscillator with period 15. Today, my main task is this is the correct analysis of the trend, also the search for a pullback dynamics on the trend, yes, and careful and correct analysis of the local highs and lows. We will watch for their appearance and already also to push back from these maximum points. Also today will be necessarily, this is the overbought and oversold area. Also, we will follow the moving line of the oscillator and its moving line exits with this or that area. In general, I think there should be no questions because I will try to explain each trade in detail. And let's get to today's trade. Let's start with the trade of $100, all trades. I will open on the minute time frame. Let's start and choose the first currency pair. Here we can try to open a trade against the trend direction. Judging by the pullback dynamics on this section of the movement, we can see that good pullbacks are also present. Despite the fact that, for the most part, I have more downward trend dynamics here. But as I said earlier, there are also good pullbacks here. So you can open trend directions. Moreover, we have an exit from the oversold area on my oscillator. And also earlier, there was an update of the local minimum. Let's see the result. And the first trade closes in plus here. I did not orient it on the moving lines of the alligator as I opened the trade against the trend direction. In general, I was absolutely right. I closed the trade in the plus. Let's continue, and I will pick up the next currency pair. In fact, here you can open a deal on the price decline. I am oriented here on the moving lines of the alligator, including here I observe a small crossing of the moving lines from top to bottom. Despite the fact that the local minimum is being updated here, the moving line on the oscillator has not touched the oversold area yet. So in this case, I conclude that verbal dynamics we can go down. So I open a trade on the downside. Look. And here again, I was absolutely right. Let's open a trade for $170. Since the balance at the moment allows it, and let's go ahead and I'll pick up the next currency pair. Here, you can try to open a deal also on the upside. There is also a good upward dynamics of movement on this currency pair, and in general, I observe here a small crossing of the moving alligator lines from bottom to top. Also, the local minimum was updated earlier, 2 data points. Momentum indicates that it is possible to open a trade on the upside, and also there was an exit from the oversold area. The overbought area was not crossed. So in this case, I opened a trade on the upside. Let's see the result. Still, I made a little mistake here, most likely a pullback. In these 4 green candlesticks I have ended, and further dynamics of movement, I again followed down the actual direction of the trend. Perhaps here I have a reversal. Yes, actually, now I will bet $200 per trade. In order to get to a more satisfactory profit, I will need to take a risk and open a trade for the full amount of my balance. I will try to find the entry of the trade in more detail. Let's continue, and I will pick up the following currency pair. And right here, why not open a trade against the direction of the downtrend dynamics? I have a relatively good touch point. In general, also the moving line on the oscillator I have in the overbought area I open a deal against the direction of the moving lines of the alligator. According to my logic, I think that a small pullback should be present here. There should also be an update of the local maximum. Let's see the result. Actually, the pullback dynamics was present, and at the beginning, the price stood still for a while. A dodge candle was formed, but still a directional impulse followed after that. Down, and I closed the trade in plus without any problems. Also, to get to a good profit again, I will put the maximum of my balance for the next trade. I will risk again. Let's continue, and I will pick it up. The following currency pair for the most optimal trade entry. And let's try to open a deal here again. Only here, we will open a deal probably on the rise. I think there is a good touch point. And in general here, I think there should be an update of the new local minimum. Also, the moving line of the oscillator I have is in the oversold area. There may be an exit. Also, I will note this touch point. In general, there is a potential for a reversal. Earlier, we have also the local high has been updated by its logic. The local low should be updated. Let's see the result. And literally at the last seconds, there was an exit and the trade closed in. Plus, great. Let me probably change the amount of the value of the trade and put the maximum again to make a great profit for today. And let's pick up the following currency pair. And here I'm going to open a trade down. I'm not using the alligator here. I'm opening a trade here against the direction of the trend dynamics here. There are also good touch points in general. Also here earlier, there was an update of the local maximum on the fractal, the exit from the overbought area on my oscillator. There is a potential for further downward price movement. Let's see the result. And the trade closes in the plus side, a solid close. I didn't even think that such a momentum move at this minute could follow. I thought it would happen a little bit later, but great. I am absolutely satisfied with the result of the trade today. Let's move to the conclusion and fix today's profit. The sum of today's profit will be $1030. The withdrawal operation is successfully executed. This is how trading turned out today with the use of these indicators. In general, nothing was difficult. More or less, the movement today is reasonable, and the strategy under today's movement was perfectly selected, so I fixed the excellent trading result. If you still have any questions, in the description under the video, you can find a link to my Telegram and ask any question you are interested in. I will definitely try to help everyone, but also to everyone, of course, good luck in trading and see you soon.